Alright folks, the deck is Reno Warrior. The goal of the deck is to remove our opponent's stuff in the early game, generate some value along the way, working our way towards Odyn so that we can burst our opponent down for lethal. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle. Hey, welcome, Perry, Valstwan, hello. Alright, let's swap back over to Wild for a bit. See how the bot population is.
Well met.
Nearly 4 years of sardonic comments. Probably many more or something. Cheers.
Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you for the 47 months, Justice Creator. That is an incredibly long time. Really do appreciate it. Okay, good start to the humans. Oh, welcome, noob. Rude, hello.
Your nightmare begins. Let your
I mean, armor is just kind of a good bit of card draw. Can play it on like 4 or 5 after the Craftsman hammer, and that makes it pretty easy. Okay. I could just make an early, like, tempo Drywhisker play reasonable here. Welcome, Josh.
The sea floor be its own treasure. Time for the finishing touch.
Opponent appears to be cooking. So it would appear that the bots have now sprung for the Cthulhu portrait. That's unfortunate.
This will break your will.
It would be very nice to draw into a Sanitize. But we'll just apply some word pressure in the meantime. Okay. Just equip this, try and set up for some card draw with the armor. Like, there was actually some thought as to whether I should even clear that in case of the Herald, but gotta start working my way through this board eventually, I think. And I'm going to develop minions.
Strong flourish. It's only natural.
There's the punish. Pretty desperately need to find a shield shatter at this point. Guess maybe a Zephrys could get me there, but that's about it. Oh, speaking of. Hellfire? Hellfire nearly full clears. Lightning Storm does the same.
Scream for me!
Is there anything at 4 mana that's better? I don't think so. Frost Nova? Frost Nova is pretty terrible here. Although... this is fine. Surely. Yeah, Frost Nova wasn't even an option because it was not much of a solution to this. Or not even not much of, just not at all a solution to the board.
You gotta be scrappy with scraps.
Still need another clear. Frost Nova would get offered if there weren't like removal options that actually did something.
Alakazam! Scream for me!
Have this in a bigger size?
Sure, maybe that'll save me since my deck doesn't seem to be able to at this moment. Although that Zephrys was pretty well timed, I can't complain too much about that. Should be able to gain a fair amount of armor next turn, which will help me stabilize. Welcome, H. Joms. Courier, hello. So right now we go bump, bump, bump. Play this into that, and
You
probably...
gotta be scrappy with scraps.
I don't know. Consider Minotauren plus 2 mana spell, or... Jeez.
Time is fleeting.
Yeah, at least they only have 2 attackers, but... I'm sure I'm getting low.
Stylish and deadly.
Let's see what's in here first.
Stylish and deadly.
It's a well-timed draw for that. Those are both spells. So... it's just kind of risk-free. Cool. Next turn we can just get the Taelan down and work towards the Odyn shenanigans. Yeah, welcome, Ventilator.
This is not what we stood for.
Tempo King.
Hey, I got you, friend.
Goes my brand value.
Time for the finishing touch. Amuse me with your tales of victory. Scream for me!
Okay, so this game is officially Ogre. This turn we just go Rokara into Frozen Buckler and hit for about infinity.
What is it?
No force on Azeroth can stop me.
Infinity is a lot of damage, yeah.
Unstoppable.
Confirmed. Oh, to mix so. Alright, 0 for 1 on human opponents so far. This a mere hours after Blizzard announced that they've just banned a whole bunch of bots. Might be playing Twist today. Okay.
Watch your back.
Let your penance begin.
Just look for some early game. And then get disappointed. Ship's cannon. Oh no. 0 for 2 on humans. Could be human.
Your judgment begins. Let your penance begin.
Mech Paladin seems a lot less likely to exist these days. But I don't know what that means in terms of what we're queuing into. Okay. Early Ignis value. 40 card deck. Seems alright.
Let's see, what do I take?
Holy Wrath, maybe? Not that I think this card does anything or is good for Holy Wrath Paladin, but people always talk about running it in that deck.
Now this is Dragon
much cooler. Much cooler than Holy Wrath Paladin. Jeez. This is becoming concerning. Just look for anything with Wind Fury and maybe some armor. Sure. It's a little baby weapon, but like what I want to do is line it up into the Odyn turn, which is looking like turn 7. This leaves the Riz on the board, so.
Do try to keep yourselves alive.
Doop. Now this is pod racing.
We dragons must sleep for a time.
Reporting for duty.
What story will you give my world? So you're a fan of my world?
Wow, this is kind of a silly curve for me. Oh no.
Reporting for duty.
Am I gonna get Omayogged here? Unlucky.
Let's give them a
Scream for me.
One mana counterspell, by the way.
Come, dragons, join me.
Our hardships only
Oof.
strengthen our resilience.
That's kind of tough for me. 1 mana burn? It's a little bit more than at least a Hearthstone mana burn.
amuse me with your tales of victory.
So much for those big numbers I was planning on getting here.
Onward to adventure.
Your wish is my suggestion.
They don't have enough for a ruin here. At least not yet.
Armor! Lightly used armor.
As good as I imagined. Prove your valor.
This isn't lethal anyway, is it? It goes 15, so 8, and then another 2, 10. Yeah, it's not quite lethal, so let's just do this.
Scream for me. Scream for me.
I assume that they chose the Shadow Word Ruin, but they kind of used their mana in a way that prevented them from actually. Glad I didn't go for the 10 mana weapon. Both of these are a lot of damage. This is 10, 5. So, got a 5 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1. 11. Not quite enough. So let's just go here and look to get lethal next turn.
What to do? What to do?
Well, let's get some more damage through. I don't want to use too many resources though, just because of the inevitable Reno. I don't want to expend too much damage. Is where the thought process was on that turn, because they're very clearly Reno. They could have it in hand. I don't want to. Sure. That should be GG. Because there is no option to prevent heroes.
No force on Azeroth can stop me. Break it, you buy it. Unstoppable!
Early Cariel was pretty rough. At least it was a fun deck through the for a change. Zeph probably would have been better if I had like a read that they were Reno, or they had the Reno rather, or if I just didn't have as much damage off of the Zeph was probably better than Shield Shatter, but maybe not better than Rokara in terms of short and long-term damage. Oh, Gamomi.
My awakening brings a new age.
Okay.
I see you've brought guests.
Early Odyn is what we want. Okay. Looks like this game might drag on. Oh. Wait, that's nutty with the cost reduction once I get to that point. Because I have the Taelan in hand already, it's not, or like, I don't think there's much benefit to spinning that deck.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Okay. I'll probably stream some on YouTube in the future. I just have been taking a break recently for a variety of reasons.
This is not what we stood for.
One of them is that video performance has been quite high recently, which like a stream interrupts the video performance a lot of times and ends up being bad for me. One of the deck trackers is a Twitch extension that you have complete control over, not me. These are some sticky minions.
Do try to keep yourselves alive.
Not the best value, but I really don't like the Lush Water Scout.
This will break your bones.
Speaking of.
Time has come to dethrone our former master.
Alright. Hope we don't die.
Use me with your tales of victory. The young must not go out.
Am I exactly dead? A little bit short.
We're gonna be rich.
As you say, I seem to have lost the surface.
Wait, how much damage does this end up being? Probably enough. What a gross turn.
Scream for me.
Alright. Wait, but taunt is cheat.
Your courage will fail.
Fortunately, we don't get to cash in on all of this damage here, but... not much I can do about that. Alright.
What story will you give my work? So you're a fan of my work?
Unstoppable!
Send everything upstairs for now.
Job's done.
I was gonna say that swarm does end, but apparently that is false. Okay, so just get a 10-mana weapon here. Whoops!
Unstoppable!
Guess that's why you always forge first. I mean, the correct play is just to play it there anyway, right? Like, the game ends before I'm likely to draw a forge card. He said immediately before drawing a forge card. Like, they have to trade into it so it heals 4 health.
It was your fault.
Was it? That's funny. But also doesn't matter. I mean, even in that instance, it was still correct just to tempo the boy. Yeah, it's another fun deck. Good to see those back to back like that. Hey, GG Courier.
Versus Uther. I will fight with honor. Let your
I had a pretty nasty Finley draw. Alright, none of these seem appealing. Don't know what Paladin is. But the last one was fun.
I see you.
Maybe this one will be too. Alright, we've won the board. Surely it's impossible to lose from here. Interesting. They forged.
Break it, you buy it.
But you don't need to forge to get the spell. If they're playing the holy spell guy.
Really?
Oh, it's the hand buff guy.
Break it, you buy it.
That's a little concerning.
Come with me into the future.
No. Yeah, please do, Courier.
Break it, you buy it.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Okay.
Come in here. Our gift of the
Kind of need to find some removal here.
Mess with me. Get the horns.
Bonk. At the same time, I don't know if there's enough removal that will actually solve this in my deck.
The Titans shall never die.
Wait, I wonder if this is my deck Is there going to be a Spiteful in here? Looks pretty similar so far. Bonk. Uh-oh. Where am Zephrys?
Reporting for duty.
What story will you give my work? Let's give them a
Scream for me.
Good bonk.
The time has come.
Okay.
To dethrone our former master.
That is,
Gift of frost.
not a Spiteful Summoner.
No force on Azeroth can stop me.
Wait, that's really spooky with the Astalor. Oh god.
Unstoppable.
Bonk.
In time, all things are possible.
Just what I needed. 10 mana. I was never gonna get there otherwise. It's probably just worth having, right? Even if I'm not using it this turn. Okay. That's funny.
Do try to keep yourselves alive.
hope, citizen. It is not safe.
My hand is too full.
Okay, this appears to be very much not my deck.
My hand is too full.
Actually. Is it? I don't think I was running Nozdormu, though.
Safety restrictions offline. Harvesting servos engaged.
Our gift of fire empowers us.
Shields up. Red alert.
old.
To struggle is to survive. A symphony of talent.
Okay, could be worse.
Our hardships only strengthen our resilience.
Come on, man.
Your wish is my suggestion.
Yeah, there's the spiteful.
I'm the Brood Mother. Don't you ever forget.
The dragons shall kneel before me.
Cool, 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 cool. I don't know if I have any answers to these anymore.
A red sun rises.
I'm running out of time.
Well met.
Nothing decent, thank you for the prime. Oh, look who decided to show up.
I do say, I seem to have lost the surface. Take cover! Take cover!
This will break your fall.
On wings of evil!
I have to go faster. Unstoppable.
Technically still alive here. I think they probably have to respect.
My blade seeks vengeance.
And we're dead. I needed to be able to have some reach with the Odyn if I wanted to win. Simply surviving that turn does not allow me to win the game. Yeah, welcome, Christina. How are you doing today?
Denatrius versus Tyrande.
So it turns out Spiteful Paladin is tier 1. I mean, yeah, obviously. Haven't you seen the video on it? I don't think I lost a single game, as far as YouTube is concerned. Well, we've got Odyn. If we hit Thaurissan, we've got Brann Odyn. Oh, welcome, shorter hander. Automaton? If it were Automaton, maybe I should have taken the Shatter. Could be like a Titan Big Priest as well. Alright, surely next turn we'll hit the Emperor Thaurissan. They have 3 minions. Could just be regular Big Priest, but that would be kind of silly to main deck Creation Protocol and Big Priest. But I've seen people do silly things in the past. Okay.
Scream for me.
Zeph is a good thing to have in this matchup. We just don't want to get greedy, ever. We kill the automatons so that they die.
We've created a temporal anomaly.
My power is as infinite as the stars.
Scream for me.
What story will you give my work? So you're a fan of my work? What is real?
It's fine. It's probably just the Zeph into Ruin turn.
Scream for me.
This is my suggestion.
And then we look to hopefully set up some counter pressure with the Odyn. The problem is leaving any of these on the board is terrifying. So I don't know if I can actually do that. I think the Sanitize maybe is the line here. Just go face, Sanitize, clear the board. Then we can Odyn and Shield Slam on the same turn. Zeph cannot offer Devolve now. At the very least, this will help us maybe remove one additional automaton, depending on how many they play this turn. Okay.
Khaz'goroth's potential. Heroes that
Honker.
order.
I hardly knew her. Everyone laughed.
Amuse me with your tales of victory.
It's actually a quite annoying Hogger.
Rise to the challenge.
It's less annoying, but they do have another come on tool, don't they? You're welcome, Umbra.
This is not what we stood for.
for me.
Brann Drywhisker could be a lot of damage. Good order from the opponents.
The time reveal Khaz'goroth's potential.
They're just gonna remove it.
Together in harmony.
Yep.
Rotten to the core.
Who knows what secrets will uncover? Strong and shiny.
GG.
This will break you.
Rotten to the core. Scream for me.
Honk. Maybe the Hogger wasn't that bad for me after all.
Well met. Denatria.
Hey, thank you for the prime.
Thunder King.
Please don't be even, Shaman.
I am the slayer of kings and gods.
Let your penance begin.
Probably have to keep as though it's even Shaman, even though I hate even Shaman. It's a good hand for even Shaman. Even though I hate even Shaman.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Alright, we'll see how dumb their plays are. And whether they're human or not. Nice idiot totem.
Armor! Armor! Lightly used armor!
Spot. Unlucky. Look, this would be a very easy victory, right? What do you think? Do we play it out? Or do I save myself some time and mental anguish by just conceding? So we're about to see some of the dumbest things possible. See, one vote for play it out. Do you want to go up in ranks? Not particularly. I think we dip. Less mental anguish is always a good call. Yeah. Alright, I'm seeing more votes to leave. Let's see how bad this turn is.
I am the harvester of wrath. Would you like to
Kill bots, but it's just so boring, man. I just hate it so much. Lower their MMR, that is not how that works. Nobody in this match is queuing based on MMR, so it's completely irrelevant.
Muzzle their magic.
Scream for me!
I don't know. I'm already this far into the game. I might as well close it out. The problem is until I draw the Odyn, the opponent's just going to stick around in a game they can't win in because it's a bot. Attack and then Zeph for like a lightning storm. Actually, Holy Nova would work here.
Scream for me!
Your wish is my suggestion.
Has there been a good string of games before this? Yeah, I mean, our first 2 games were against bots too, though, so.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
They seem to come and go in waves. But, like, yeah, this game is over, but the opponent's going to stick around with no chance of winning, unfortunately. Like the bots do. I guess even Shaman is never entirely out of matches. Unless they do things like that. Surely this will make even the most skeptical of VOD viewers certain that this is a bot.
This curse has become our
Pumping
greatest strength.
Khaz'goroth.
What story will you give my work?
Scream for me!
Surprising they didn't opt to face tank the Khaz'goroth there.
No force on Azeroth can stop me.
Please leave my game.
Unstoppable.
Please.
So you're a fan.
Alright. And now they do the frame perfect concede after they finish playing cards pointlessly this turn, because there's lethal damage on board. Unless they managed to roll in Tauntaun. Oh, there it is. Who could have seen that coming? All right, it's the last time I played out against the bot. That was absolutely not worth it, and I blame everyone who voted for me to stick around. Because surely it can't be my fault.
Let your penance begin.
Zephrys gives wild growth. Pretty card Paladin. Okay. Maybe I don't wild growth this game. Dude Paladin? Silverhand Beer Paladin? Could be.
This will break your
Hey, we finally got the good lackey. Sometimes lackey, I guess.
Mount up.
Just to equip this and hold.
Really, it's not too heavy.
The light dims, but we fight.
Scream for me.
Let's make it a little bit easier to clear that guy in the future. Oh, go Mage and Orange.
Pirates away!
I'm becoming increasingly glad I kept this Zephrys. Is it crazy to just go for a Whirlwind here? Because I get double, like I get Brann Zephrys value?
Slice or slash? How to decide?
That's probably too greedy. Zeph, Consecrate? There are better options than Consecrate in this board.
Your wish is my suggestion.
Consecrate is like the worst of the 3-mana AoEs.
I have absolutely not.
I think this might be better against dudes. I have Barov and Disordin board.
Death does not scare me.
Wait, what? Where did that come from? I think I've got enough of a card advantage to make this play. Surely I won't come to regret it. And that's a lot of damage if I can find the Odyn.
You here for the tour?
No divine favor, please.
Reporting for duty.
Okay.
What story will you give my work? Let's give them a swing.
How much? Scream for me! Victory.
Oh! Yeah, I do. Deck's actually doing reasonably well.
Denatrias versus Lunara.
The forest fights back.
Let your penance begin.
Alright, keep the vendor, pitch everything else, I think. Pray it isn't questline druid. So that's a lot of damage we'd have to do. And it's a very good deck. It's not questline. Or maybe it is, I don't know.
Armor! Armor! Lightly used armor! Break it, you buy it!
This will not likely matter, but I did it, so.
Nature speaks through my tunes.
That actually could matter here.
Break it, you buy it!
Unfortunate. I mean, the good news is the opponent isn't running most of the good cards in the deck, it would seem. So.
Well met.
Happy 20th anniversary. Hardly even seems like Hearthstone's been out for that long.
I know. What is this weird time traveling you're doing? Thank you, Dark Crichton. Appreciate the long-term support.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Okay, and that's a lot of damage, which is good because the opponent has a high health total. Well, even without having the good cards in, or all of the good cards in their deck, they did draw some of the good cards.
This is not what we stood for.
Will Roffle ever do a fan meetup? How popular do you think I am? It's not like I'm a person who people would travel across the country to see. I would. Okay, well, I'll be at BlizzCon. That's probably as close as it's gonna get. We hit both pieces. I don't know if I have the time to get that down. BlizzCon for $800 is oof. I don't. It doesn't cost $800. Or at least not 800 American dollars. They still haven't played a guff. I mean, BlizzCon is expensive. We don't need to exaggerate the price when it's already quite expensive.
Amuse me with your tales of victory.
See that for the total, depending on where you are room. I mean, total if you drive there, maybe.
Nobody messes with my friends.
But I don't think there are any other circumstances where it would. Ow. Oh, that's a draw.
No force on Azeroth can stop me. Unstoppable.
All right, just don't die from 25 here. $300, $800 if you want the good stuff. I don't think the good stuff is $500 of value. I didn't. That didn't even register in my mind. That like the premium ticket.
What story will you give my work? Try this one on.
Unstoppable.
My understanding, $800 gets you the meet the devs of WoW, etc. Yeah, that's not convincing me that it's worth the 500 extra dollars. Because it's not? Well, I guess my question then is why did you cite that as like the baseline price?
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
Seems like a good turn. Just pick big numbers off of this. I don't think anybody's disputing the fact that it's too expensive, but like we don't. Oh, this isn't going to be able to get down. We don't need to make it more expensive than it already is. Or claim it's more expensive than it already is. It's a little dishonest. Hmm.
That was wild.
But anyway. It's a weird divergence from asking about a fan meetup. Hero power is massive, yeah. But I mean, again, we would be dead many turns ago if we're running the more optimal list. But still kind of funny. They're out of rakes, so it should be kind of difficult to clear my minions. They've played they've played 4 rakes this game? That's pretty silly. Is it still winnable? Yeah, why would it not be? I just need to get an Ignis, or I don't know. Let them take a few ticks of fatigue. They might even have to kill the Minotauren. And they are.
I heard parking at BlizzCon is going to be awful, so let's split a cab. I'll meet you at yours. Is there street parking or will I get towed?
I will be teleporting there, unfortunately, so parking won't be a concern for me. But thank you, Justice Creator. I wonder if it's not been worth to hero power my minion. No, it's good to hero power that. Who finds Ignis first wins? I don't think the opponent's running Ignis is the good news.
Unstoppable!
That is not a card that really makes sense in their deck. I'm a little bit curious what is in their hand, though, because they've got 8 cards. Maybe it's just a bunch of burst? Yeah, I probably should have held the hero powers on the trees. I thought it was going to be a little bit shorter than it ended up being. I appreciate the restraint, Justice Grady. What would Zeph even offer here? I probably want a Tyrion. So we just wait until next turn.
Unstoppable! I have no cards left.
Lord J. I don't think that's a... Well, maybe it is an improvement. On our hero power. Can you offer a Wind Fury weapon from Shaman? Yes, but it's unlikely to do so in this situation.
Your wish is my suggestion.
Oh, it just gives me Jiraxis. And it... What? Does Zeph know? He's not supposed to know. Okay. I mean, I'll take it.
Unstoppable! Unstoppable!
Like, he can't read effects like that. He can't read death rattles, even. It's not
That was
expected
wild.
behavior from Zephrys, but again, I'll take it. Yeah, I could have gotten lethal if I hero fired this F, but I was... What? What just happened that game? Everything was so weird. You guys said it was me that was B. I mean, it was the opponent the whole time. They could have done that so many turns ago.